there's a district that I work with in Southern California called Inglewood that was taken over by the state, and you never want to go there. You never want to go there. But I spent a lot of time there. Every meeting they hold, the board, and there is no board anymore in Inglewood. It's one person gets to be the board and the superintendent, and that's a lot of power, right? That's not the way to run business, right? I mean, it's a way to make sure that nobody else is going. And really legally, the stuff he's doing it's legal, but it's wrong. So, we don't use these provisions to get away from people attending our meetings. We might all define an emergency different, but we also have common sense. So what's happening in Inglewood is not okay.
Let me tell you where I'm from. Inglewood, where I'm from. Inglewood. And when they bang this in the hood, you gotta get up. When they bang this in the club, you gotta get up. Now where I'm from. Inglewood, where I'm from. And when they bang this in the hood, you gotta get up. When they bang this in the club, you gotta get up. Everybody wanna know where I come from.
Basketball or rapping?
I mean, for me, it would probably be rapping. I went to rap for the culture, for the art form.
See, Charlamagne?
So nothing crushed your hoop dreams? It wasn't like an ankle injury?
Honestly, the coach just, coaches don't really give the players the right chance sometimes.
And I was saying that the other day, a coach can mess up a kid's dream. If you have a bad coach, it can kill everything.
Yeah, Charlamagne, you're a coach. I mean, I'm Envy, aren't you a coach?
Yeah, but I encourage the kids regardless they win or lose. I try to encourage them because
don't.
you could crush a kid's life.
Yeah. But for me, I mean, I did my thing when I got in the game, but the coach he didn't play me enough.
So what you think it was with the rap? The people gave you validation. That was enough for you.
I mean, for me, it was like with the rap, I can take matters into my own hands. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta work. I don't have to wait on no coach. Like I can go to the studio. I can go push my mixtape. Right. I can print on my own copies. I can go to do my own shows. I don't gotta wait on no coach to put me in the game. For me, I put myself in the game.
When the lights shut off and it's my turn to settle down.
Hi there.
Hi, Mr. Falco.
Hi.
All right, so here I got this form from Mr. Singh, approved.
Let me get my glasses.
All right, after I spoke with Brenda last week, I got this approved from Mr. Singh.
Okay.
Which is going to be Inglewood City Honor Drama Club. The kids are hosting this event.
Okay.
So the amount that Ms. Davis is saying that we have to pay, none of it is in writing. So I had to get a scratch paper.
Okay.
And write it down. So I'm asking her, how much do you want to charge the kids to have a staff member there? Inglewood students have a staff member there, one or two.
Okay.
She couldn't even give me a direct answer. She said, That's not an answer you give if you want to charge the Inglewood students to utilize the facility. First of all, it should be in writing. This is how much it costs. This is how much it's going to be. And these are how many staff members depending on the event. All of that should be on paper.
At this point, I'm not sure we're going to be able to help you anymore. I'll go down and talk to Harjinder. But
and the reason is?
Well, the reason is, I mean, we've done everything we could to try to help. And I did get a
so?
call from the folks across the way there, and they indicated that, you were a little bit less than hospitable.
How is that so? Because I asked it for in writing.
That's, again,
I'm saying, if you're charging somebody, put it in writing. Why is that? Why am I being disbanded because I asked for something in writing?
No.
For the Inglewood students?
For you.
No, it's not for me.
Okay, but it's not for the students.
Yes, it's for the students. I've
This
been
is where
saying that since day one.
I know, and I've been telling you that's
This is
not
who's hosting it.
Okay, like I said.
They're hosting it.
Okay, that's great.
This is their
I think
names right here.
At this point, I think you need to find a different venue.
We're not going anywhere because the Inglewood students are here already.
I know, but at this point, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to.
Because I came on behalf of the kids.
I understand that.
And that's what I was doing it for. This is their City Honors Drama Club. Do you know about them? They're right next door. And, 9 out of 10 of them don't even know about City Council.
Right,
Do you know they don't know that there's 4 City Councilmen here?
Okay. Let me tell you, there's 5.
When the lights shut off and it's my turn to settle down.
This is part of IUSD. They should be able to use a facility at IUSD.
ISUSD. Okay, so what facility are they going to charge? Because they're charging the kids $200 for. They shouldn't, but they are.
Well,
the kids are paying $220 for rehearsals at their own school. So with that being said,
okay, but
City of Inglewood,
City Honors is a school that's located here at Crozier. I've spoken at their school many times.
Okay.
So the bottom line is they should probably be utilizing their own facility. You know, we tried to be of assistance on at least a half a dozen occasions.
But you're saying things that are not true.
Okay, well, okay. So here's the deal. You came and you spoke to city council. The mayor went ahead and said to me, go ahead and find out.
All your flyers, you had the mayor on there, and the mayor didn't know who you were or anything about the program.
Of course he did, because
Okay.
he was at the city council when I introduced this program
Okay.
too.
So, as I'm saying, the conversations I had with him, he said, I don't know who she is, I don't know what she's doing. Okay. So everything up to this point you haven't done.
See if we can find a location for them to use. Sounded like you were having trouble locating a facility. We offered up the library lecture hall. We told you how the lecture hall worked.
If we're going to start with that, can we start how it started? When I came in the city council, we asked that we can have a facility that the Inglewood students are not going to be charged of. That was the first thing, and that was been the only thing has been the problem. You haven't done anything yet. So put it in writing why you're denying the kids. This is city honor kids, and you are the only ones that's denying it. So I need it in writing why you're denying them the use of the library lecture hall.
At this point, like I said, we've really tried to do everything we could.
No, you haven't. That's why
yes,
you're
ma'am,
wrong.
we have. We've done quite a bit. Okay?
Like what? I'm saying these kids don't want to be charged, and you're saying they have to be.
Look, if you're going to continue to have this
No, sir, I want you to be honest.
Would you like me to record our conversation? and
Absolutely,
play it back for you?
please.
Okay, I will. And I have 4 witnesses here.
Yeah, please. I listen to recordings. They never lie. Between you and ISUSD, someone's going to give up for the kids. Somebody.
It's 11:55 on Tuesday, the 15th of March. I'm here with Mellow Desire. We're at the front of the 9th floor administration. Okay, I got a call from staff over at the library, Miss Brenda Davis.
Okay.
And Ms. Brenda Davis told me, and I have every reason to believe her, okay, your opinion may be different, that's fine, but I have every reason to believe that that is what occurred. We have gone out of our way to try and assist you since the very first day that you came to the city council to go.
And what was I asking at the city council meeting? What was the direct request?
You asked for a facility.
That's not charging the kids.
Okay, and that very thing is what I'm going to talk about right now. I want you to listen very closely to the words coming out of my mouth. This has nothing to do with the children.
Okay.
Every time you bring that up, it reduces the effectiveness of your request.
This event is held by them, for them. So who am I here for, Mr. Falco?
You are here
For?
as a representative of whatever entity there is. Because we're wasting our time.
Because you're not listening. I just said I'm here for the children. You're saying, no, I'm not.
And I'm going to say thank you very much for coming to City Hall, and I'm going to
Screw the
excuse
kids.
myself. Okay, see, once again, has nothing to do with the kids. Every time you bring that up, it's all for the kids. It's all for the kids. We have a facility. We have rules to follow. How many times I have to explain it, I'm not really sure.
This is for the children. The children that are going to host this are going to come and talk to you directly. You tell them exactly what you told me, that you have to pay to utilize any facility in City of Inglewood. That's all I got to tell you.
And that is what I would tell anybody who comes into City Hall to utilize facilities.
No, children of Inglewood have a right. They have a special right, and they should have a privilege.
No.
They have no rights.
No.
Okay.
Ma'am, I'm very familiar with rights. I'm a reserve police officer. I understand what rights are. Okay, I understand all the amendments of the Constitution, all 26 of them. I understand the Constitution. Okay, I happen to be quite the expert in these arenas. So let me explain to you what rights are. Rights and privileges are different. Rights are things that you are guaranteed either by law or by nature. Privileges are things that are granted to you by some institution or some entity or some person. You come here and you ask for a privilege. The privilege of using
children.
Every
They're
time you say
born
that,
and raised here. But these are the list of kids that are being here. You can check. They're born and raised here. You have Jeremiah Alaya, Calvin Mosley, Yvonne Lopez, and 20 other kids that actually performed for City Honors because they go to City Honors are the one that are hosting this event for their peers. So I'm on behalf of them. Been coming here for the last 4 months.
Because what you're failing to understand, ma'am, is you're
Exactly.
failing to understand there's a difference between rights and privileges. Apparently, you didn't want to continue that discussion.
Right, I don't
Are
mind
you going
that,
to
but
let me
you're
finish?
talking about the children who are born here. What privilege do they have? Because they're not doing it for me. I'm doing it for them.
Because I'm going to give you about another minute or two, and then I'm going to say
You're
thank
not.
you for your
You want
time.
to disappear?
No, I'm going to say thank you
I
for
still
your
work
time.
here. The kid's still here.
That's excellent.
They're not going to disappear.
If you want my help, I highly suggest you listen to what I'm saying.
Right, and vice versa.
And understand.
And vice versa.
I'm the one trying to help you.
How?
You're not trying to help me. Because I'm trying to solve your problem, which I've been trying to do
I
for
just
the last
told you
3
what the
weeks.
problem was. You guys are charging the kids, and I'm saying the kids they don't have the money to pay for 1 or 2 staff. When I
Then they
spoke
have to find
Brenda,
another venue.
But Brenda needs to say there's 1 staff that needs to be paid for, or there's 2. She couldn't even give me that
That's
answer.
because she probably did not know the answer to that question.
So tell me you don't know, and I'll come back. I have everything in
wasn't
writing,
there.
though. And
We're
what was
done.
my whole problem,
We're
Mr.
done.
Falco?
We're done. We are. But it was a pleasure.
Now,
Thank you.
how was it a pleasure?
It was
sir?
a pleasure because I tried to do the best I could, and
How?
I reached a point where I couldn't
What
help
was
you
the
anymore.
problem, though?
The problem is failure to understand what I'm trying to explain to you, and I don't have the ability, unfortunately, to do it any other way. I tried to go down the path of rights versus privileges because apparently that seemed to strike a chord. You seem to understand that. You keep saying it's for the kids. You keep saying it's for the kids, and the kids have a right. No, the kids would be granted a privilege. The privilege of
so
using a
grant them
facility.
that privilege so you can see what they're about.
To utilize a facility at IUSD.
Yeah, we can do that, but
Okay.
they're charging them too. So between
Well-
ICUSD and City of Inglewood, who actually is going to give these kids a privilege to perform for free?
No.
That's the problem, Mr. Falco.
See, ma'am, you're not understanding what I'm saying, and I'll try one last time. Okay, every time you say it,
You said
you're
no.
wrong, and you're not listening
So
to me.
That's what I want to hear is that
Finally, did I get
rights
through?
for the children is
No.
wrong because
No.
they live it.
I don't even know the children.
Exactly.
I have nothing
You need
against
to
the
know
children.
them. You need to know them. That's
that-
why you say, okay, I have kids. So if you have
I
kids,
do.
how many of them are suffering and prostituting themselves outside, right
Wow.
in front of City Hall?
Well, this has nothing to do with
It
the
has everything to
conversation.
do with it because that's why I'm doing what I'm doing so they can get off the
And that's
street.
an honorable
So the
position
teen
to take.
center that you build is for what?
The teen center, the
Teen
one at the
center.
library.
Monday through Thursday they open. Friday, Saturday, Sunday they close where the kids are needed the most. So
That is something that was done by the South Bay Workforce Investment Board.
okay, it has nothing to do with the City of Inglewood.
They only utilize our facility. That is correct.
Okay, so we're gonna
And
work
they paid
with the
for
teen
it.
center.
And they paid for it.
That's great. We're gonna work with the teen center because they
Good.
work with kids and they see the problem.
What is your premise? I just
What
told
is-
you what your premise
what
was.
is my goal
Your
for being
goal,
here?
okay. Your goal for being here, if my understanding, maybe this is a good clarification, is you would like to have a facility for this group to perform.
It's where these
and-
kids can actually show something, yes.
Okay.
Where they can perform.
Okay,
That was
so
February
you need a
29th.
venue. You need a venue. That is what we tried to help you with. But every time you came in here and you didn't like the answer that you got, whether it was, well, this venue might be available, but it's going to cost this much money. I shouldn't have to pay. It's for the kids. Time out.
I'm not
I
saying-
get that, but that's what you said, and that's
The
what you
kids
said
are
every
the one
time.
that's hosting. That's what I'm saying. Maybe
Then
I
what-
should have changed my word because
But
I want
even
behalf
if the
of
kids,
the kids.
even if all, would you say 20? Even if all 20 of them came in here and we said, okay, you're the spokesperson, 'cause I only want to talk to one, not 20, can't really talk to all 20. So you're the spokesperson. Yes, I am. Okay, so you're the captain of the group or you're whatever. Okay, so you would like to use a venue? Yes. Okay, we grab the form, we talk about it. It would be exactly the same.
So you would tell
Yes.
Inglewood student
Most of the
that you would
time, the
have to
students
pay-
are not in a position to enter into a contractual arrangement, so typically they need an adult.
You got high school kids that are very smart. Why can't they?
I'm saying that the law provides anyone under 18 is a minor. You understand that?
Right.
Okay, so the age...
That's what I've been coming on their
right.
behalf.
So you're on their behalf. So I was trying to get to the point, maybe I shouldn't have done it, but I was trying to get to the understanding that if all 20 of them lined up right here and wanted to talk about renting a venue, we would tell them the same thing, but we would still need an adult to sign the agreement, right?
Right, but they
so
won't
you
come
happen
about
to be that
renting.
adult, is that
They're
right?
looking for somewhere
Yes.
to have freedom because
Right, and that's
they're
not something
being-
I can provide. The law does not provide us to do that.
The law.
The law. It's a gift of public funds, is what I tried to tell you at the beginning. So I
Gift
said,
of public. You mean giving a kid, an Inglewood
once again,
student, use
it's
of
not a kid.
facility is
It's not a
it's
kid.
not a gift?
It's not a kid. It's not a kid. Are you not understanding me? I'm trying so desperately to
It's
make you
for
understand.
the children. That
But
doesn't
they-
change. Until you come to the venue, you never showed up on the 29th.
But it
Because you
doesn't-
had the senior opening, right? Because the old folks is more important than the youngs. Because
Common
what you could
practice.
have done was listen to the first place and actually be
I've
relevant.
listened more
what
than
I've
anybody.
heard is that money talks. Doesn't matter if you born and raised in
Okay.
Inglewood. Don't matter if you
No.
pay your taxes
No.
here.
The
if you're
rules
a
talk.
child here,
The rules talk.
the children need to hear that somebody cares. Because ISUSD is suppressing them.
And that's
now
terrible,
the-
considering that
it's
there are
terrible.
students here.
And what's the difference of City of Inglewood? Because you're doing the same thing.
Apparently,
you're
there's no
charging
difference.
them for something that they want to do.
Yes.
So what's the difference?
Inglewood always up to no good. Even Hollywood trying to get a piece